Hey, good morning. Welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Welcome to the many new subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please continue to like, share, refer to this channel. Hit that thumbs up button and the notification. It does help me make better videos. Hey, on SBTV, Silver Bullion TV on YouTube, these gentlemen had a representative, a CEO of BMG Group, Nick Barshoff, I think I pronounced his name right. If I'm not, I beg your pardon. Look it up, SBTV, you can find it. He said a few things that were very, very interesting and quite alarming. The first one, he said that the feds, if they raise the interest rates to 5% interest or more in order to stop inflation, it will send us into hyperinflation, food prices going ballistic, like Venezuela, where it takes $1 million whatever dollars they have to buy a loaf of bread because their money is absolutely toilet paper. Same within prior to World War II, Germany, where it took a wheelbarrow load full of marks, Deutschmarks, to purchase food. We would be in that shape. So he predicts if the interest rates go above 5%, that will signal hyperinflation. Now, during the Jimmy Carter era, it was 11% or more interest. Prime interest was as high as 20%. And I'll tell you something, and if you watch my prior videos, hamburger was $6 a pound. And that was when we were earning, as an unskilled, laborer, $4.25 an hour. So you think about that. So he's signaling we are in for hyperinflation. So if you are not stocking up on long-term food, I would start doing it right now, because that's the direction the feds are headed. Okay? Stock up on long-term food. Get the canned food. I know you're paying higher prices than you did last year, and we all told you last year, hey, start stocking up on food. I'm eating canned vegetables from last year, which are perfectly fine, that I was paying 49, 59, 69 cents a can, that are now 89 and 99, $1 a can. So you are actually saving money and eating cheaper than you would today if you had stocked up and taken the advice of this channel and many others. So hyperinflation, a very real possibility in the future if these dipwads keep going the direction they are, by printing more money and spending trillions more. So the Fed says, hey, if we have to slow down inflation, we have to raise the interest rates. And the dumbasses in Congress, the Democrats as well as some Republicans, are saying, yeah, I'm all in favor of spending another $1 trillion on bogus infrastructure. They're working against one another and defeating the purpose of livability. He also said something else that is very, very realistic, and I just mentioned this yesterday, not knowing the alternative side. Vladimir Putin, the dictator of Russia, and Xi Jinping, the dictator of China, are now having an in-person meeting somewhere like in Turkestan or someplace like that. And one of the things that Russia has done, Putin, to uplift the ruble, is back it by gold. So the ruble is now backed by Soviet gold. China is now moving in that direction, and they are actually having a conference on how they can create a new currency backed by gold in the Brent estate, meaning purchasing oil. That would be absolutely devastating to the American dollar. Reportedly, the United States is sitting on 8,000 tons of gold. Where'd that come from? Many mines, confiscation, what have you. But it's sitting there in case of emergency. China reportedly has 7,500 tons of gold that they tell us. Could be more, could be less. I strongly suspect it'll be more, because that's why they're making this move now, to collapse the American dollar as a possibility while we are in inflation. Replace that dollar with their new currency that they could come up with, that over 90% of the countries trade in when buying oil. So the dollar is the trading currency if you're buying petrol goods. That was the deal Nixon made with the Saudis when they did the embargo. This is before many of your times. So as a result, trading would only take place in American currency, which allowed us to print money like there's no tomorrow because we have an unlimited credit card. If Russia and China band together and say, hey, we are offering a new currency backed by Russian and Chinese gold, and we have more of it than the United States, here's what we want you to do. Trade in this currency, sending the value of the dollar below toilet paper, collapsing our economy. And with this idiot in chief in control, he'll allow that to happen because he's allowing China to do whatever they want anyway. Very real possibility. That should put everybody on alert and to stock up on more food, on more necessities that you deem you have to survive. He also went on to talk about silver. And for us just little guys that are buying ounces here and there, he said silver could, and it's always a could with silver, reach over $100 an ounce, because it's not that it's a limited quantity, it's because manufacturers realize now that you have to have precious metals in order to manufacture. And Ford went out and bought $1 billion and took physical delivery of palladium for catalytic converters. So they are sitting on a warehouse full of palladium metal to meet the catalytic converter need and requirements. Silver, even though there's a small amount of it in phones and other electronic devices, those manufacturers at some point are going to have to say, wait a minute, I can't risk not having all the parts and minerals we need to build this. We are going to take $1 billion, as an example, of silver off the market and take physical delivery. What would that do to us pedestrians that are buying ounces at a time? Obviously, it would short the market and we'd be paying a higher price. So if you are sitting on silver right now, you could stand to see an increase because it's artificially being suppressed. Just some interesting news. Very interesting on the movement to collapse the dollar by two major superpowers. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Get yourself right with God. Get baptized, submerged in water in the name of Jesus Christ. Greg out.